watching David Graham Sports Report.
When every second counts, count on Vital Care MedTrans. You do have a choice when it comes to ambulance service in this area. So when you call 911, ask for the best.
Wait a minute, are you Vital Care?
Yes, we are.
Good.
State-of-the-art equipment and a well-trained staff who stand ready to respond to your call. That's Vital Care MedTrans, when nothing but the best will do. Hello everybody, David Graham in here. Up first in local sports, our 9 and 10-year-old All-Stars had swept the sub-districts, going undefeated and untied, and headed to the districts as a number 1 seed in the West. So we thought it'd be a good idea to get these 12 young men along with their 3 coaches in the WLAF studios and talk about their success. Now we spoke with Ryan Leach about what it was that made them so tough on their opponents in the sub-states. Here's what Brian had to say.
We were. Now, when you get out there and you start playing baseball, anything can happen.
Right.
But we really did have expectations that we were going to play very well. I could actually say I didn't think we were going to play that well.
Right.
We actually done better than what we thought. But again, we went down there to win.
Right.
And these boys proved that they know how to play baseball.
Right.
So very proud of our accomplishments thus far.
Now, I saw you on a video on Facebook doing jumping in the lake. Now, what's the deal there with is it after every win?
Well, when we got there Friday, I had promised them that if we won, I'd jump in, and then they went out there and beat them 11-1, so
Right.
I got wet.
But now, did all the coaches do that?
No, we had to wait till the water came back up after.
Brian Leach, Dean Wedby, and David Harder, who took these guys through a tough sub-district in Spring City and came out numero uno. After winning the subs, the coaches all jumped in the lake, started by Dean Wedby after their first win over Harriman, and when they won their final game, all the coaches got wet. Now fast forward to this past weekend, our guys were not ready to repeat their success though, as they lost their first game Saturday morning to Sweetwater. They gave up too many runs early and couldn't come back. They put themselves in a hole and they lost a heartbreaker 10-9. That put them in the losers bracket, a place these guys had not seen since the All-Stars started. They weren't accustomed to being in this position. I don't know if it was all the attention they were getting, the overconfidence, or maybe the coaching staff had too much water and were waterlogged, but they lost their next game as well against a team they handled pretty well in the sub-states in Harriman by beating them both times. Matt Mad Dog Dobbs started on the mound but couldn't get out of the second inning as he gave up 3 runs in the first and he was responsible for 3 more in the second. Relieving Dobb was Storm Hoskins, who was the winning pitcher in the clinching game of the sub-states, came on. He gave up 1 run in the second. He threw 2 shutout innings in the 3rd and 4th innings to keep the score close and give us a chance going into the top of the 4th inning. We were down 7-0, but our guys got going and dropped 5 big runs on Harriman. As little David Bates got things started, Jake Morgan got on behind him. Matt Dopp, who was now the catcher, got on, passed it down to Peyton Ferguson, who scored as Chris Weiss got a base knock and continued, and they could have gotten more, but they were stopped at 5. We added another in the 6th to draw closer at 7-6, but we gave them, and I mean we gave them, 3 unearned runs in the bottom of the 5th, and we managed to get 2 more in the top of the 6th, but could not complete the comeback, and we lost a heartbreaker again, 10-8. Although we lost, though, we were very honored and proud to bring you this game live on AM 1450 and our website 1450WLAF.com. I hope you got to tune in or log on, as it was a very exciting game to say the least, but early in the game they got their runs off of walks. Most of the runs Harriman got we gave to them, but still our boys in blue and orange have nothing to be ashamed of, and I want to compliment the parents, family, and friends who traveled with these little guys and supported them the entire way. But as head coach Brian Leach said, the players made it happen, so having said that, we'll tell you exactly who they are. David Bates, Jake Morgan, Jack Leach, Matt Dopp, Peyton Ferguson, Chris Weiss, J.P. Paul, Storm Hoskins, Luke Harder, Blake Roberts, Cole Harris, and Devin Jones. And they were coached by Brian Leach, Dean Wedby, and David Harder.
Your child depends on you for their every need. So how do you give them what matters most? Calvary Christian Academy offers a Bible-based curriculum for pre-K through 12 in a safe and nourishing environment. At Calvary, we focus on student needs with programs that inspire them to grow in mind, body, and soul. We encourage God-given creativity and academic excellence.
Calvary Daycare at 2139 Jacksboro Pike in La Follette. Call 423-562-7267 for more information.
Come on down to the splash park.
Want to remind you again, the Splash Park is open every day except Sunday from 10 to 6 Monday through Friday and 12 to 6 on Saturday. So like these guys say, come on down to the Splash Park and cool off. The Norris Lake Invitational just finished up this past Sunday. We didn't get any team photos this time, but we'll get the results on the next 40 for you, and we'll tell you about a very good ball game they had Saturday. Matt Housley and the 2014 Calhoun County High School basketball team will have their basketball camp, July the 14th through the 17th, and it's going to go from 9 to 12. Also, July the 14th through 17th, Mike Miller and his staff are having their annual football camp at Jacksboro Middle School, and it will start 6 p.m. on the 14th. And you can register at 5:30. It's $50 to enter, and they will provide refreshments, and you get a camp t-shirt. Okay, that's a real quick look at today's sports. I thank you guys for being with us, and yes, I still have Bell's palsy. But you guys stay tuned. There's a whole lot more to come right here on WLAF.